Hello. It is Thursday night, and no matter what, that means we're drawing tonight. Welcome back to the Comix Wellspring live drawing show, Spilled Ink, where we're spilling ink and spilling the tea. And of course, I'm your host, Brandon Bloxdorf. I am so stuffy today. I've been sick all week, getting over this like random sinus, nose, weather changing. Dude, it was like 85 degrees like Monday, and then it was 43, but felt like 23 on Tuesday. So I'm pretty positive that's what got me sick. But yeah, so that's that. I never called to work, but I actually had to take a day off to like just lay in bed. And I think as creators, we all know that just not doing anything really hurts because now I'm really behind on this cover that's due like on Sunday. So let's hope I make some progress tonight. But to save the day, as my amazing, wonderful, astonishing co-host, who's a fish drawing mastermind, Max Flowers. How are you, Max?
I'm doing good, man. I did another stream on Twitch in the last week, and I did all of this stuff that you see down here.
Epic.
So today we're gonna do the inks for the water, which is gonna be a nightmare, and then maybe we'll do some ink wash, and we'll see what happens.
Ooh, that's going to be fun. Dude, that's coming out really good, too.
Thank you, man.
Wow. Man, that detail. We'll talk about some of the tools you're using, too, in a bit as well to kind of recap that. I'm going digital today, by the way. I forgot to say. I know it looks like a bong, but it's not. There's like a thing going on here. But it's actually going to be like a movie cover homage. So I had to do it digital because I have to turn this around really fast. Because it takes time to do art, just like, you know, our man Hobbs knows, which is why he's back on the show to work on this. Are you on the fourth face now?
I'm on the last one. I'm on the last face.
Man.
So
you think you can finish it tonight?
No. I'm looking at maybe an all-nighter on Saturday. I don't know. Like we'll just, we'll see what happens. But it's, I'm getting there. Painting takes forever. I guess that's what I've really discovered. I kind of forget sometimes, but painting is it's just super slow. At least the way I do it.
Why don't you show us the whole board again? And I haven't seen the third part all completed.
So, starting here. So there's Worm.
Man.
I think he came out pretty awesome. I'm really happy with him.
I did.
Here's Wingnut.
Whoa.
And here is Usagi. So the whole board, I don't even know how am I going to show you the whole board, but that's the way it's looking right now. And
hey,
I
dude,
think,
that's great. That's epic.
I think it's possible, like I said, like maybe I can get it done like tomorrow night. I'm hoping to get one more head done tonight, with you guys, and then the rest of it, hopefully fill it in. It goes a little faster. So there it is.
Oof. Love it, dude. I can't wait to see the progress that you have at the end of the night. That's super exciting. And Mark, happy belated birthday. What are you working on tonight? Is that your new book?
Yeah, this is the cover for Luna Hair, about the rabbit from the moon. So I completed the third Frankie Crossroads last night. So
oh wow, congrats.
Pages. It's 50 pages, so I'm leaving Frankie alone. I'm gonna photo it and scan it and get it prepared to have it printed, and so
love it. And dude, you got some mounds
I
next
worked
to you?
on a new character, so
with the pack of mounds, it's always a great choice.
yeah.
But dude, that's so cool. Finishing a book, starting a new one. You just had a birthday. You're on a roll this year, Mark. I'm super proud and happy to hear that. I'm super happy you're here tonight. And we also have a returning guest, Mr. Reece Jenkins. Reece, my dude.
Yes. Yeah, boy, what's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Oh, no, don't sue me for that. But I just want to say thank you for having me back, Brandon. Hey, guys, how's everybody doing tonight? Are you guys ready? It is time. Here's the season. Let's do some tributes tonight.
I'm so hyped that you're here, dude. You're gonna bring the hype up. You're gonna keep me alive and going.
I'm here with you, brother. I'm here with you.
Dude, that's hype. So what book are you doing tonight? You have so many projects up in the air right now that you're midway and just like getting through. You've been pumping out a lot of stuff so far.
Yeah, man, I have so many books in the work. I got Deuces Wild 3 coming out this year, later on in like September, October. I got Boot Ridge Season 1 that's coming out in July. I'm going to hit everybody in the head again in October with Hood Boy. And I'm doing a bonus book, the gallery book, just because I love my fans so much. But tonight, as last week, I know a lot of us artists, we miss this man a lot. Since Keith, he's been a major like influence in my life back in the days with the Max and with Wolverine when he worked on Ghost Rider. His art style has always been something authentic and different and enthusiastic for all of us. So tonight I am doing a special tribute just for him tonight. I'm gonna step away from my usual stuff and I'm going old school. So I'm gonna stay with my digital, but I'm doing a special drawing just for him tonight.
Oh, that's sick. That's awesome, dude. Man, that's hype. That's super hype. So, what do you got anything else coming up? You have a show coming up in April too, don't you?
Yes, I will be at Brooklyn Con in June 7th, I think it is. And I'm also doing Baltimore Con this year, ladies and gentlemen. For those who want to show up and show out, we are going to be in full effect. Yes, that's the special announcement. You heard it here first. Your boy is coming to his first Baltimore Con, so get ready, East Coast, because we're going to rock the show like never before.
Love that, dude. We'll probably be there for sure too. It's crazy. Baltimore is the same weekend as IC3, and that's a bummer because I'm having to make some decisions there, and that's a lot of heartbreaking decisions that kind of hurt, But I mean, Baltimore's 2 hours away from me versus like 9 hours to Providence, so I figure I'm gonna be at Baltimore. But dude, I really love IC3.
But it's gonna be me, man. It's gonna be the whole team this year. We got some catching up to do, man. We got a lot. That's gonna be like the end of the season Super Bowl, so I can't wait, man.
Dude, yeah, Baltimore is always a blast too. Have you done Baltimore before?
I've never done Baltimore. This would be my first Baltimore con.
Okay, dude, it's a fun time. I'll see what we could get you into and whatnot too, because there's always some wild shenanigans going on there.
Can't wait.
And typically Mark's there, and maybe Jade will come back this year. We always do an LKC a CWS table. But maybe we could like get you involved where the Regos are at and see what happens. Our boy D Hauser's here too. What up, D? D, we need to get you on the show. You need to come on sometime. Honestly, you gotta shoot me a message so we could get you on. D Hauser's a great, awesome artist, man. Dude, I'm having to homage, like draw different characters from other books, and I'm like so nervous and trying not to be in my head about it. This cover is gonna like really break really test me. But yeah, man.
That's why we do it.
Hobbs, what do you got? Did you just have an event, or do you have an event coming up?
Hobbs is locked in.
Sorry,
Yeah, I caught a mid-stroke.
My computer is like 6 feet away from me, so my family's in the other room having dinner. I didn't want to have too much ambient noise, but yeah, this weekend's Culpeper Con.
This weekend, okay.
In Culpeper, Virginia, for all you Culpeper people. But it's a con that's hosted by the library over there, and they put on a really fun show. There's nothing for sale, but you get a booth. You can talk to people in Culpeper about what you're doing. I'll be doing a workshop on how to make a comic, and sometimes there's some comic shops. I think the one in Charlottesville was there last time, and the local one. So it's a way to kind of network and see if you can get your books into their shops, which is also helpful. But for the most part, it's just good vibes. you see people that are there to enjoy comics. There's no pressure for them to like buy stuff, so it's not they don't like try to not look you in the eye as they're walking by. But yeah, so I'm kind of looking forward to it, but I got this board, so that's kind of stressing me out.
I feel that. I'm on a tight deadline too, so the deadline stress is real tonight.
Yeah.
Because when does the 4-color stuff start up?
That's on Sunday, and I'll probably be turning this in Saturday night or Sunday morning. So
nice. Okay.
They're cutting it a little close. But I mean, I was hoping that I could finish it tomorrow. I'll have some time tomorrow to work on it. So I think it's possible. And again, either way, it will get done, and I'm not gonna. I talked to Eric earlier, and realizing that it doesn't have to be in like on Friday night, like really took the pressure off. Like that was a huge weight off of me, because I'm like, okay, worst comes to worst, it's an all-nighter on Saturday night, but I have spring break coming up, so I'm, I'll have the time and the energy to recoup from my poor decisions.
I feel that. Well, let me. Devin Whitlock is popping in right now too. Devin, if you're whenever you're ready, give me a thumbs up on your camera. But if you're not going to turn on the camera, just let me know in the private chat to the side, and I'll bring you in. The super hype that you're here as well. But Hobbs, dude, that's insane. That's a lot. I mean, when did you start this? I mean, I know you started it on air, but like, when did you start prepping the board, and like, how long has this process taken you at this point?
Roughly 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks.
Okay.
Though, like, when I got the board, I traced all the inserts, and then I kind of did some sketching. So there was a sketching process before I even started painting. But I'm looking at Instagram right now. I'm like, what's my first post? My first post was March 9th. So I probably started at like the beginning of March. So this is probably week 3 or week 4 that I've been working on this board. And
that's good progress.
Exactly what I was planning on working on this month, but here we are.
What was you were hoping to work on your book?
I was hoping to work on my book, because I finally got to a point, like at the end of last year, I was working on ornaments for a winter, like a craft market, which is another one of my passions, is making like wooden crafts and creations. And so I was like, okay. And then the book that I did last year, Green Knight Street Fight, that was done. So that's off the queue, and I don't have to work on that. So I can finally get back to my other, which has been in hiatus for over 2 years now, which means anybody that was probably following it is gone.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think they're gone, but I'm just saying it's.
Well, no, but like, I didn't realize there was that big of a gap.
Yeah. So, and if you don't, I don't know, you can't expect people to stay around with the same amount of energy when you're only producing a book even once a year. I think it's really pushing it. Now, some people that really like whatever you're doing, I think they'll stick around, and they'll just keep kind of circling back. But I feel like there is a certain momentum you have when you're publishing regularly, and there's an expectation that it's hard to maintain when you're moving really slow. So I do kind of wish I could move faster, and I do kind of wish I wasn't like ADD with my art projects. But I also have a full-time job, and like, this doesn't pay the bills. So I feel like if I'm not happy working on something, like, why not, why wouldn't I work on something that would bring me joy and happiness, I guess. So that's the other thing you struggle with. So I don't know.
Oh, I get that. That totally makes sense. Yeah, you gotta, if you're not putting passion into it, it's kind of rough. And I think a lot of creators figure that out as they take on like freelance work and whatnot. It's like, man, I wish I was just doing stuff I enjoyed. But Devin just hopped in the chat. Devin, how are you?
Hey guys. Yeah, good. Thank you. Yeah, sorry about the technical difficulties. I show up late and then can't even be on camera.
No worries. I mean, we're doing Inspired Ink on Monday, so this is like a bonus out of everything too. You know what I mean?
But
So
and I
that's
realized, yeah, like I can't wait for Inspired Ink, but also like I'm worried that I barely even qualify to be here since I'm a writer. I just signed up, because I like being a part of things.
well, maybe we'll start a new wave of writers coming on the show as well, and that's always exciting. You know, we're all drawing and hanging out, but you know, we could use a change of pace in conversation sometimes. You know,
Well, and that's how Brandon started out being here. You know?
dude. I mean, that's how this show started.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah. This is I didn't know how to draw, so and I was just a writer. Not just a writer. I can't. I'm not trying to demean anything. But
I don't take that personally. I know I make the same mistake. I say all the time like I'm just the writer, but like I feel like there's a certain amount of necessary humility because we can sometimes forget that comics is a visual medium and does not happen without the artist.
yeah, honestly, and that's kind of what it came from. I just wanted a way to express myself and understand. What did I just do to my iPad? What happened here? Sorry, there was an update and it does all this stuff now, and I don't know what it does.
That's really what Brandon wants to know is what the hell is his iPad doing?
Dude, honestly, like I mean, that's how it all came to be was just curiosity, and everyone was just drawing really cool stuff around me, and that's all left out.
That's how it happens. That's how we get you hooked.
Dude, yeah. And you know, it was like looking at books like Reese's first book, like where I was just like, damn, like I don't have to be like Todd and like Jim and you know McFarlane and like Lee and whatnot, where the art has to be at like a certain style and caliber to make comics, you know. And then I was just like looking at all these indie books, and I was like, damn, I could just give it a shot, and I bet I could create a style like this and have fun with it. You know, I was looking too much into a house style when there's so much more out there.
That's literally how I got started, honestly. I was making zines with just a little more than stick figures, and then handing them out at cons.
Oh wow, that's cool. So what books have you been working on putting out? What's kind of some of your bibliography, I guess?
Yeah, well, that's actually part of why I'm working on the script for Blackout #1. That's why I chose the cover by Michael Howe for my avatar.
Oh, nice. Okay, sick.
Yeah, I'm so far behind on schedule on this though. I have to, I applied for a grant with the city of Chicago to fund the creation of issue #1, and I'll find out about that in May. I have to have the full script and the thumbnails done by the end of this month.
Oh wow, okay.
Probably not going to happen.
Are you on that? Dude, that's cool. So how did you discover this grant? I think that's I don't think a lot of people know about things like that or opportunities or how to find opportunities like that.
And there are a lot out there too. I found out about this grant through a friend of mine, one of my primary collaborators in non-comics media, Onisia Muller. It's a DCASE grant. I forget the Department of Cultural Affairs or something with the city of Chicago. And but Onisia and I were actually working on an animated series that we were hoping to get funded, and that didn't happen. But I just kept the application in my back pocket and just checked every year, and came back with this comics project. And with grants, it depends, on, like, they're usually to serve a specific community or purpose or something along those lines. But if you can fit that in, and with Blackout, the character is or the setting is World War II Belgrade in then Yugoslavia, now Serbia, and there's a big Serbian community here in Chicago. So
oh wow,
that's how I tied it to a City of Chicago grant.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so you had to kind of like do some research and really like figure out a way to maneuver this into like to help you with the comic and whatnot. Huh.
A little bit, but the character actually is a public domain from 1941.
Okay, I didn't know
So
that. That's interesting.
yeah, he only appeared in one 10-page story, and I just stumbled upon him by accident on Public Domain Superheroes, which is an excellent website. Can't recommend that enough to anyone.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know about that either. Actually,
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
that's a
I'll drop the URL in the chat.
there you go.
Because yeah, it's a whole like treasure trove of these golden age characters that has since fallen into the public domain. And this character was like,
Soon to be a horror movie.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just like, dude, it's kind of crazy how they're turning all these public domains straight into horror films. The Winnie the Pooh one was shocking. I did watch it. Like, it was on
That
the
was a good
full
one.
list. Yeah, right. I can imagine. There's like a Peter Pan one that's out, and
Billy one got me. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That Peter Pan one was a trip.
Well,
I've never.
most of that stuff's built on fairy tales, and if you go look at like old fairy tales, it makes complete sense to put them into horror.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like the Tooth Fairy coming soon.
Yeah, dude, right? I went to Universal one year and they had like one of the horror nights because it was near Halloween, and one of the big attractions there was like a Tooth Fairy horror sequence, and I was like, this is insane. Like, I had no idea that you could make the Tooth Fairy so horrific. What are we doing? Is this snappy going? Yeah, this.
You put your tooth under the pillow and he comes and gets it.
Like Mark, you do a little kind of not horror, but you have like some moments that get like a little tense like that. Are you a horror fan at all? Yeah.
Yeah, I like good horror, but I don't like the blood and guts kind of horror.
Yeah, I feel that.
That don't scare me. That's just. I like horror that gets you with your thinking and that shocks you. You don't know what's behind you, So.
Any films come to mind that give you that vibe?
Yeah, The Uninvited with Ray Milland in the 1940s.
Oh, that's a classic. It's not letting me put in the chat.
There's one or two Vincent Price movies that were good.
It's not letting me.
The one where what was it? Was it Theater of Blood or something? Where he kills those actors, or he does the plays, and what he does to those dogs.
I've only seen some of those Vincent Price movies are like classics, dude. It's crazy. I heard of him.
Or when he's
discovered
when he's the witch hunter. Remember that one?
No, I gotta look that up. Have you guys seen any of those? Like I've seen Vincent Price maybe a handful of things. I discovered him because of Alice Cooper, actually, because he was on Welcome to My Nightmare.
Nice.
But he had
classic
that voice for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that voice was something else, dude. That's how he got us.
Especially when he did the Brady Bunch show.
Yeah. Was that the Hawaiian Vacation episode?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Thanks for sharing the URL, Brandon. I don't know why it wasn't letting me join the chat.
Oh yeah, sometimes there's restrictions on stuff like that. But yeah, that private chat was the best way to do it. T'Challa, dude, I want to sit and not hurt my back. Just get over. Cat's taking up my whole chair. I'm sorry. Just give me the most
I've
annoying
always
face.
wanted to do a horror. Always wanted to do a horror book. That's always piqued my interest. So anybody out there that's writing one and needs an artist, link up with me, man. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it's horror stuff is interesting. I'm doing a little, somewhat of a horror story with Max right now, and it's a lot of fun.
I have a lot
making
of
a little
opinions about horror in comics.
Oh,
Just
spit it
because,
out.
well, it's really hard to do a pure horror book in comics. You know, the biggest reason being that the viewer can take in the entire page in like a split second. You know, so you lose a lot of that like tension and surprise, and have to really push page turns. And then the other thing too is you don't have the benefit of sound and movement to like obscure stuff and bring that tension alive. So you're relying purely on visual storytelling to make something scary or make a viewer feel gross or do whatever. And it's
EC Comics were the best.
Right, and
The art
even
was the best.
and even then, right, like a lot of EC stuff verged more on like the thriller end of things than like pure horror, right? Or it's pulp stories, you know, it's a lot of shock stuff.
Or the artists were just sick bastards, that's all.
Yeah, so horror is a very difficult genre to do in the comics medium and make it feel like actually scary.
Have you read a lot of any Junji Ito?
Yeah, I have read Junji Ito. I think it does. I mean, Junji Ito.
I think it's eerie. Like it's eerie and uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's I see what you mean. How in the terms of like some suspense and like yeah, no, I get what you mean, Max. Like you could be eerie and you could be uncomfortable with the art, but to get like that true like sensation you get off of a film is not really equivalent to that.
Or like it's really easy to draw something that's it's really easy to draw a monster, right? You know, or draw like blood or draw you know, the typical like things that you see in horror tropes. Which sure makes it horror, but it's a different kind of horror. It's kind of like that pulpy slasher horror that works better in comics than it does like true dread.
Yeah, there you go. American Diva Comics was saying, I Need Your Skin, that was on Kickstarter, did pretty good as a horror. Ooh, I'll have to look into that for sure. You know, the horror book that I think the last one I really adored was The Deviant by Tynan.
Ooh.
That was probably my favorite thing I've read in a while. Like I was hooked. But that was like a true crime thing where it had that like true crime suspense versus like a horror suspense, you know? So like what branch of horror you're trying to pull off is a big thing too.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm actually sorry.
Eisner did a few good things with the spirit.
Oh, really?
You know, with the
like in a horse? Oh, there you go.
You know, when he did the grave scene with the spirit and his characters, you know, his artwork was, you know, when he did the raindrops or waterfalls or, I don't know. I haven't seen anybody do that kind of stuff. So, but that's my opinion about it.
Yeah, no, like getting that finding the elements that would work really good if they were put into like a horror film. That's always fun. That's true. Eisner had those great, the way he did environments, or it would be really eerie. It would be cool to see him do like, I mean, this is a horrific AI prompt waiting to happen, but Will Eisner's art in like a horror book, like a modern horror, that's something I want to see somebody try to draw and mimic.
Interesting.
What's happening here? Oh, there we go. What other horror books have I checked out before too? I'm trying to think of one that actually made me uncomfortable.
It's hard, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You know, it's very few and far between. It's easy to think of really good monster books. It's not easy to think of books that actually scare you.
All right. How about Bernie Wrightson's Frankenstein?
Yeah, there you go.
I think it's too beautiful.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I have a 6-page comic in a horror anthology that's on Kickstarter right now.
Oh,
Here's the plug. Here's the plug.
Yeah, I can't help myself.
No,
But it's the whole anthology is based on Lovecraft short stories and concepts and myths. And yeah, I do. I guess it is more of a monster, but there is like a certain existential because Lovecraft, it wasn't just monster horror. It was just this idea of like an existential horror that there's something greater and unknowable. That's
what I really love.
Yeah, and I think I incorporate that, and of course with my artist David Escobar and our letterer buddy Bodwin, the whole team does a phenomenal job.
I just dropped that link in the chat.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I gotta back this one too.
Only a few days left. Fully funded though.
I think the hardest part of horror to nail, right, is putting your reader in the main character's shoes and making them feel that like that fear or that whatever it is that the character wants but desperately can't have, right? Essentially it's getting your reader to connect with the main character instead of having your reader root for the monster. Because as soon as the reader roots for the monster and the monster's too cool, then the book is about the monster, and it's not, and like that puts the reader in a totally different headspace.
Oh, I never thought of it that way too.
That's how horror works. When you're like when you watch Alien, right? You feel tension because you don't want Ripley to die.
Mm-hmm.
And the alien is a very real manifestation of something deadly that can kill Ellen Ripley, but if you're watching like Scream or Jason or Friday the 13th or whatever, right, you're kind of rooting for the serial killer at the end of the day.
That's right too.
This is true.
Well,
shout
you
out to
ever
the
see
new
those
Scream too.
Mike Myers and Jason? You wish some moments I was like, say something. Don't just say something. Speak.
Yeah, that's the thing about finding some of those monsters. Like D. Hauser just said The Thing. It's funny because The Thing is like one of the best horror movies. Like it's one of my favorites. But like, have you guys ever read the comics of it? Like the sequels? Like it doesn't. You're not scared. You're not terrified. It doesn't have the same effect at all. Like you're just, and it's not even like some of the writing is decent on it, but like it's just not it's just not great. You know what I mean? Like it's just because it doesn't capture that same effect that the movie could capture on that in that way.
Well, that's why it makes Edgar Allan Poe stories tough to, put on film, because it's more of the mind of what the character's thinking,
Yeah.
Hmm.
And he doesn't have much.
Comics.
He doesn't have a lot of characters talking a lot, so there's no conversation except what the character's having with himself. So.
Richard Doomsday just said, cracking open the Necronomicon with a warm cup. It's Providence by Alan Moore. Like it's a good story, and it has a lot of horror elements in it, and it does all the whole Lovecraftian walkthrough. Actually, like I love how he brings the elements of Lovecraft into that book. It makes it about Lovecraft directly and indirectly. And I think it's brilliant, but it's more of like a historical piece almost. Like it's about a guy that goes through all the events that Lovecraft writes about, and then meets Lovecraft and tells him about all these events, and then Lovecraft writes about them. But it does have some really eerie moments. But again, it's kind of presented to you for a horror that's supposed to be something that you can't process or imagine, and putting it on the page, it strips a different way, strips it all down in a different way. But it doesn't work as well as like Lovecraftian prose does in that horror sense. So what are your thoughts on like horror prose, Max? I'm curious.
Yeah, because I'm curious too. Because you can always skip ahead to read the scarier parts, same as how you might be spoiled on a comics page.
That's true, but I think that you're more forced to go word by word in a book. If you can't jump around, and you do subconsciously to pick up things, but you are forced to go more linearly. And then the other thing too is that it's, at least I feel like it's easier to play with the theater of the mind, right? Because there is no visuals provided, so you have to make everything up. And that's one of the like key aspects of horror is whatever the reader or the viewer or whatever is imagining is so much more terrifying than probably whatever you could draw or show them. That's why they do obscured things in the shadows in horror movies, and why they don't show the monster for the first half of the movie, is to build up that tension and make you scared of whatever that thing might look like.
Like they did in Jaws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy how scary Jaws is, just in general, because of the way they present the shark and when it's revealed and how they reveal it.
And all the subtle ways too, like the camera angles and the camera movements and the tracking shots and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's a great thing to study. Gosh, and we got Dan Price up in the house too, my boy. We're gonna have like a home brewed-a-thon. Check out Home Brewed Comics. It's a great little publication.
Oh, nice.
But Dan,
Shout out Home
will
Brewed.
be on. Yeah, we'll be getting a lot of their crew on Spilled Ink and Inspired Ink. I've been sick this week, Dan. I'm sorry. I owe you a thing, but I'm stuffy as hell, if you can't tell. But I'll be getting back to you. I know I said last Friday, but it'll probably be tomorrow. I love you. Next is
It's okay, Dan. You're not the only one.
Yeah, I think everyone that knows me kind of knows when I say next week, I mean in 2 weeks. Like you always add a week to my timeline. It's just one of those things. Yeah, it's been a weird March, man. My cat had that like emergency surgery. Dude's chilling hard right
Aw.
now, though. I wish I could show you guys. He is napped out. He gets his sutures out Monday. He did great. He wouldn't wear a cone, so it was really stressful. Like trying to watch him to not like destroy his ear. But he
Oh my
was a
God.
champ. Yeah,
Aw.
yeah. He got
What
like a
happened?
hematoma. He would scratch his ear a lot, and he got a hematoma. That's basically like a puffed up ear, and they had to drain it. So they had to like actually open his ear and then like suture it back together. And so like apparently most cats lose their ear during that process, which made us more stressed out. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh God.
yeah. So, but he's all good. He's chilling. I'm happy. Everyone's happy, so we're all good.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, man, just trying to get
Yeah,
over
that must
that
be a relief.
life stress. Yeah, $800. You know, that's how the vets get you. Like,
Yeah.
Woo.
it's
I
been a
had
year of
Mitchell.
like surgeries and operations, man. I just like recovered from my dental stuff in January, and then I forgot what happened in February, but something happened. It's been a weird year. Been a weird year. But hey.
Yeah, that's the truth.
It's jet lag from 2025 catching up with you.
For
That's how I
reals,
feel.
man.
2025 was rough for everybody.
It's funny because 2025 we came out of the gate like really strong, and we did like
Mhm.
books back to back, and we were doing cons, and then it was like we were on fire, and then I feel like once August, September hit, no, honestly, until when was New York Comic Con and Baltimore? I guess October,
October, yeah.
November. Yeah, after that, I just like fried out so hard. I just never bounced back. I felt, and then and then I came home and I was like, oh, life is catching up now. Okay, we're on a different level. Like, I think because even this year, I'm not going to do a lot of cons or anything. I'm trying to recover a little bit financially from like other stuff, and then seeing what I could pull off or what travel things like are doable and feasible. Just some of the pricing behind some of it.
Yeah, it's weird this year. I'm for Brooklyn Con. It's usually 3 days. They're only doing it one day this year.
Oh, really?
Which totally blew my mind. Shout out to Sebastian, and those guys, man. But yeah, I'm used to having my wrestling events on Saturday, and just having a great time, meeting the fans and stuff. And like this year, they're like, yeah, it's one and done. What? Okay. Gee,
That's
Williger's back
crazy.
then.
Yeah, I mean, and see that's where I was really upset that like IC3 and Baltimore are the same weekend, but then I was like, that saves me a trip. Like,
There's so many overlapping cons now. Like this weekend is C2E2, but it's also Winter Con and also Kansas City Con.
Oh, Kansas City! No wonder we were getting our ass kicked at CWS. Hardcore, dude. Like this week was really insane on everybody. But dude, con season's up and going. Crowdfunding season's up and going. But you know the thing about cons
I
too
can't
is
believe how many Kickstarters are going right now, dude.
yeah,
I don't usually I'm not like on top of all that stuff, but the amount of just amazing Kickstarters that are out there right now, I'm like, dude, I don't even know what to do.
I'm following like 100 at a time at this point. Like it's just insane.
I could use the CWS budget for so much, but I'm like,
bless you.
I'm only allocated a certain amount. And that's the thing. Like that's when I hate. Like when I'm tight, personally on money is like, damn, I can't back some of this stuff. And sometimes it's like a one and done too. Like it's just you won't catch it again. Sometimes it's the beginning of a book. Typically, it's the way it should be. But sometimes these campaigns are like, if you don't get it, then you're missing out. And I try to blend, like, if I back like a bigger creator, I try to back like somebody I know or something to like balance out the universe, Because I did back the Forefathers, just on the basic tier, but I could shy away from Mateo's book, dude. I've been seeing images of that, and it's just beautiful.
Yeah, I'm so tempted to get that artist edition, but I don't know.
Dude, I was too. It's gonna screw me over if I don't. I got my engine light turned on months ago. I gotta get that. It hasn't started blinking yet, so I figure it's good. Like, but,
oh my god! No, don't be a gas and go, dude. That's a gas and go. Don't do that. Don't do that,
dude. And it hit a scary point because like I was like low on gas, and I was just kind of riding it out till I got paid. And like the last 2 times I did that, and then I filled up my tank, my car would turn on and it would wig out for a second. And it was only when it got low on gas. And I was like, okay, that's never happened before. But that's like the most that's happened. We'll be good. Take it in next week.
How much?
Oh
What's
my
the
goodness.
price of gas in Virginia?
Down the street, I saw it at $3.91 last I drove by it.
Wow.
What about you? What about you guys?
Oh, that's cheap. It's like $4.50 up here.
Oh,
What? Where are you? Are
it's
you in
like
New York or
almost
Baltimore right now?
$4 in New York.
Yeah, I'm in New York right now.
Oh man.
I don't drive. I have no idea.
Oh no! I would never drive up here. No. I've learned my lesson. I'm like, nah, for that price, nah, just give me a lawnmower. Take me back to the Carolinas, give me a lawnmower, I'll be all right.
Dude, yeah.
According to the president, Iran wants to talk. Yeah.
Right. Same guy that said I talked to the president of Puerto Rico. You're the president of Puerto Rico, right? Who you were talking to on that phone?
You know,
I'm sorry, I had to say something.
He thinks every country would be like Venezuela, like they went in and did whatever. This is Iran. Come on, be smart.
Yeah. I know, man. It's a mess, dude. Even what's upsetting too is I was reading an article that USPS prices are going to go up 8%, and that impacts crowdfunders like crazy, dude. Shipping, because I remember 2-3 years ago we were like shipping $5 on everything, and that's solid. $5 shipping. Well, some people pay a little more, some people pay a little less, but it balances everything out. And then a year later, it was like, oh, we might have to go up to like 8, like just to cover stuff and just make sure we're solid. And then it was like, dude, I think we're gonna always charge $10 shipping on $10 books. Like it's getting. Everyone's gonna be paying Canadian prices or what prices we were shipping to Canada 2 years ago, and now it's just gonna be local fucking shipping.
You gotta pull a Max Flowers and start shipping your books with stamps, dude.
Yeah.
That's ingenious, actually.
And that's the thing too, man. Like supposedly USPS only has enough money till 2027. I'm not trying to be a downer, but it's just awareness for like. I'm sure USPS or UPS will step up and do something. But
that's what the people who want to get rid of the post office want. They want to privatize it, and then forget about it if you're too poor to afford that.
Well, the secret is that USPS, right? Your shipping costs are subsidized by the government, which means that I can ship something from Alaska to Virginia for dirt cheap because the government subsidizes it. With UPS or with FedEx or whoever, it's not the same deal at all. So it cost me like $300 to ship something to you.
Whoa.
Yeah. And so it's all sorts of different, calculations that they run, but the postal service is standardized, which is actually really nice.
Yeah. It's insane, man. It's a lot. Also, Reece, you have a bunch of people saying hi to you. I'm so sorry I haven't shouted them all out because it's been pumping throughout the whole episode. But your whole fam is here. Every time you're on, your whole fam is here, and I love it so much. So, thank you all for supporting Reece. our boy.
Oh,
Dev
snap. Yeah. Hey, what's up, everybody?
Yeah, if you
How's it
scroll to the
going,
top of the
guys?
chat, it's been fire. Pure fire.
I love you guys. I always appreciate the support, man. You know, about that. But you know, it's crazy that you say that because I ran into that earlier this year when I was doing a lot of my shipping off for Deuces of the Wild during the holidays. Like the shipping prices were crazy, and I was like, okay, so I'm gonna have to switch over from like I think it was like UPS was like expensive as heck, and I was like, no, we're not doing that. So I started covering some of the costs a little bit for the fans, man, because I was like, yo, these prices are just crazy. And then you had those like the TIF, TAF, whatever you call them, which make no sense at all.
Oh, the tariff.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
them, yeah, the real villains of the year.
yeah, for reals, for reals. Yeah, it sucks when it starts impacting comics too. It's one of those things like you're like, damn, we dodged some bullets for a bit, but now it's coming down on us, you know. But we'll see what happens. You know, we're always doing new things and innovating at CWS, so we'll help find solutions or help people out in various, especially with the crowdfunding aspect, man. Like, I would hate for everyone to charge. It's just gonna hurt the people who are trying to raise funds because, dude, like, you know, $20 for a $10 book plus, like, you know, some tax, probably you're looking at 23, 24 a book. And or people are going to cut their prices on their margins, which will get easier because CWS prices will be lowering soon too. But still, you know, charging $8, still charging 10. It's just a weird thing to process. So, like, I think, you know, self-distribution and shop connections. That's really, we got to lean back on the shops and seeing how they can support.
Well, I like doing the shows and selling my books that way. So I don't have to charge for shipping or anything like that.
Yeah, I think people are more forgiving too of like indie creators who have to charge more to offset that cost.
I think so too.
Yeah, once Marvel goes up to like $6 for 24 pages, yeah, I think people are less forgiving.
We'll be back in the saddle, baby.
I know it's going to be interesting seeing if those prices start going up more too. Just your weekly. I don't know how much are weekly books now. Are they in the $5 to $7 range?
We're probably about 4 or 5. Depending on the issue.
Yeah, depending on what you're getting as well. Like I think Absolute Batman is like 4 some change right now.
Okay. That makes sense. It's so pricey, you know what I mean? Like, at least that book is worth it. I'll give it that.
Yeah, that's the indie guy. That's all I can say. That's the indie guy that got his chance. He shot his shot, and man, it's like, you know what? It's worth the ticket price for admission because it hasn't stopped.
Dude, it's so good, man. And then they got did Mateo do an issue or did he do a cover?
Mateo hasn't done anything. Canetti did. Eric Canetti.
Oh, on the Poison Ivy stuff?
He did a fill-in for 2 issues for Poison Ivy, and then they did an annual with James Herron and Daniel Warren Johnson.
I got that.
Oh yeah, you did.
They asked me to do some stuff, but I had to go to work.
Here you go. I got the book open right here. Where's the credits at? Yeah, that's sick. Dude, I don't know. Absolute Batman's amazing. I love this book so much.
It is.
Brendan, I have a question for you.
Huh.
On Comix 1, are you guys still doing the testing?
Yeah, that'll be coming out exiting beta very, very soon. We're like on the verge of doing it. We're so close to taking out a beta. I think by early April. We're waiting on some workflows to like wrap up
Right.
to be able to do that. Just so everybody has the right integrations for pre-press and stuff. But that's going to it'll be sooner than Global Comics, that's for sure. Global's still doing some
Okay.
workflows to make everything
Well,
fluid.
because I know the third book is 50 pages, so I probably could get into having print on demand instead of it being digital, the other two.
So I think, in fact, let me double check before I say it. I want to say we go up to 52 pages plus 4 covers. So yeah, it could still fit for Saddle Stitch, but we stopped at 52 pages now. 60 was just too much. We'll see you later, American Demon. Good seeing you.
Yeah, take care.
We're gonna get them on the show in May as well. I'm excited. But yeah, so with Comix.1, we're just wrap it up.
I know the first one's 100 pages. I know. The second one is 54, 56.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so you could probably put both of them on right away. Oh, 54, 56. Oh, it's probably just a little too tight. But Perfect Bound POD will be launching probably either late summer, early fall, I think.
Okay.
And I'm giving bigger timelines than we're probably going to be doing. But
and I was that thing you had in the print shop about publisher program.
Yeah. That's exciting. That'll be kicking up.
I would have to have different characters, different books out, right?
Yeah, you'd want multiple titles for the publisher part, but there's still the other aspects that'll be good for creators. Kind of more on the crowdfunding side, but
right.
that'll be kicking off with our website, which is like, dude, it's under the final touches on that too. Finally, dude, that website's beautiful. They just did a walkthrough of it the other day. But there's some functionality stuff with the ordering process. We just need to tighten up a bit. I do love the new ordering system. It's so much easier and clearer. It's very nice.
Well, I got a bunch of characters and I'll probably have a bunch of titles. So
yeah, you'll be a good. We'll have like different categories for different people too. I think there's a few things that everyone will find what they need for, especially because like being part of the system, you'll get introduced to our new dashboard that should be launching later in the year. That's getting developed right now. It's a bit more intricate, but it kind of gamifies everything, and it really helps you find different ways to host your books, to like upload your stuff, to configure it on the software, and it's all online too. So you'll be able to kind of format and get your books prepped for print a lot faster and easier.
Cool.
Sweet.
I'm glad I found you guys.
Dude, yeah, it's one of those things. Like, see, I mean, the more I see these other companies and they're doing a whole bunch of AI, like, do this for your family, and like, it's so great. And I'm like, no, you can just hire someone for that, or do it yourself. I don't know, like, if someone like drew me something and put effort into it and gave me that for a birthday, I'd like, that's the coolest thing in the world. But like, if you just put like a prompt and it spat on an image, like, thanks.
Yeah,
I could have Googled something too.
Like that greeting card I gave you with the book.
Yes. Yeah, that's why I wanted to highlight that so much, because like it really did stand out. Like, and it's not like you took time and effort to put that together. Like, and I know, and as an artist, I know that takes time and effort. Like, and it's a great self-portrait too. I really liked it.
Right.
Nice.
But yeah, dude, that makes such a difference in so many things. We really want to make sure people. Yeah, it's very unique.
It helps me. It helps. It makes me stand out a little bit more.
Yeah, it helps you stand out. It just means a lot more. It's very sentimental at that point. So I have a whole spot where I kind of pin up all the, like, whenever somebody writes me a card or a message in the Kickstarter bundle, like, and shows any support, like, I always hang it up on my wall. And actually, I need a new board because it's blown up so much over the years. But it's my favorite thing to look up and just be like, oh wow, it's just kind of nice, like seeing so many kind words from so many people. But yeah, man, Cat's Comics and Coffee is strangely like it hit off in a way I didn't expect at all.
Well, you do it so well because, yeah, I could feel that you were very sincere about what you were saying. So,
Thank you. Yeah, it's funny because I never like imagined, like, you know, part of my job is making content, but it's a different kind of content in a sense too, you know, like
yeah.
it's so much fun to like kind of just like look at people's work and praise them and encourage them. Can't get this nose down. This nose I'm drawing is really big, and it feels like the size of my nose because I'm that stuffy right now.
That part. Speaking of
I wonder what Rotten Tomatoes would make of Frankie Crossroads.
Oh, there you go. You get that animated series going. Were you gonna say something, Reece? Was that you I heard? Or?
Oh yeah. I was gonna ask. So, what is everybody doing for Free Comic Book Day, which is coming up in May?
Ooh, it's a great question. Anybody want to answer before I ramble?
Ramble away.
All right. Nobody has any bookings or anything? Oh, I'm surprised. I know. Well, Hobbs, are you going to Are you going to be at Main Street Geek?
Yeah, I'll be at Main Street Geek. They're gonna have like a kind of a multi-artist event. They have that gallery next door. So I think what they were talking about was having I think last year what they had like shifts for guests. So like morning was one group of guests, afternoon was a different group.
Oh,
so
wow.
I think this year, this way they can get, everybody in there. And then maybe they're going to put like the free comics over there too. So like people have to kind of cycle through. They're brainstorming at the time, so I'm not quite sure, but yeah. So I'll be over there doing that.
You got to make sure they still like beef.
I'm sure they do.
It's so bad. They don't talk to me anymore. And then I put them on a list for like bags for Free Comic Book Day. I should hit them up and like just tell them that at least.
The folks that run the shop are great. Like I think
they're great. I never have a reason to go to Front Royal either. Like to be honest, I don't want to go to Front Royal for anything.
It's just far enough away, right? That it's kind of inconvenient to go down there.
People there to stare at me too. It's so comfortable.
Yeah, it's
it's a community,
it's a community. It's not perfect. I mean, I remember their library. I don't know if you heard about that. There was a whole hubbub about the library at Samuel's library, and the county board took away their public funding, and then they were
what?
It was terrible. But they're still alive and kicking. Actually, that's another little mini convention you should look into if you haven't. The Samuel's Public Library, they do a comic thing every year.
Oh, cool.
And yeah. So, but it's a community. But I mean, there's like two sides to this community, and there's a very kind of like creative, nerdy group of folks down there that are great. And there's a couple of restaurants apparently that are pretty good too, according to Eric. Yeah, there's the Blue Frog, which is pretty cool.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Eric said there's this hamburger place that he absolutely loves. So like, and I don't know if you've been. Did you go down to the shop before?
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
So like that area does seem kind of like either it's coming back or it's just doing well, and it's kind of a nice,
it's lively.
Yeah, lively area. So I don't know. I want to support anybody that's trying to do what they're doing. You know. But yeah, Four Color is technically my local comic shop. So,
which is where I'll be at on Free Comic Book Day. I'm so lucky to be there this year. I'm so excited. Oh well, Hobbs, do you know what shift you're doing for Main Street Geek?
I'll be there, I think, all day. And I mean, they haven't given me any. Like I said, it was just kind of like formative information.
If you aren't there all day, you could hit up Eric and be like, hey, I'm only gonna be at this place for a bit. If I could wrap up or start up there and go there, or that's up to you if you want.
I mean, it depends what he's got going on. Because like,
because somebody may not show up. He was texting me about today. He's like, do you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was gonna say Hobbs, but like I figured you're gonna be there all day. So.
No, I'm sure. I don't know. They usually go all out for Free Comic Book Day. They have like, you know, you've been there before, right? Like
I think that's where you and me met.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I love their Free Comic Book Day. The community loves it. Like they get that line that goes like, you know, all the way into the parking lot. But I was at the event they had Evan Dorkin. I don't know if I ever told you about that.
We kind of talked about it, but you should spill that tea.
But it was absolutely unbelievable. Like there were people in line all day outside waiting to come in for 8 hours. It was unbelievable. People that drove from Texas to see him. People that multiple places in the country that drove to see him. Like I was just barely familiar with his work. You know, I had just gotten Beast of Burden, which is great, but that's not the thing that they were coming to see him about. It's the Dork stuff, which I still haven't read yet. But anyway, yeah, it was one of those things where it was almost like, I don't think I need to be here. I think this is a show. Like I could go. It was amazing hearing his stories and like. He's hilarious. Like he's a wonderful person to sit there and be around and listen to. But it was definitely kind of like, yeah, I think he's enough. You know, like you don't need more guests if you have Evan Dorkin coming.
Dude, yeah, I was curious about like how that event went because it's one of those things. Sometimes those. Do you feel like it took away from your sales?
I mean, maybe I don't know. You know, I sold a few books that day, but like the store was just so packed, you know, and it was complete. So there wasn't much. You know how small the store is too, right? So in a bigger store, it would have, I think, gone, you know, much better. But because the store is so small, the movement is very limited. So you know, it would definitely. If anybody was there, I mean, like I said, there were some people that just kind of like made a beeline for me or some of the other people that were there, but it was hard to get around. If I were going to shop and I saw that, I'd be like, I'm not going in there.
Dude, I didn't
claustrophobia would just like sink in. I'd be like, I can't go in there with that many people. Like it's. You know, and the floor's a little squeaky. You know, like how many 1,000 pounds can that floor hold up with all those cases? Like it's
dude, yeah. You think about that. It's a tiny little, like, you know, you have maybe on some spots like a 2-foot gap to walk through, like around that middle bookcase at Four Color, and so like. Between that and all those shelves and bookcases, and then the people's weight, you know, wrapping around all that, and the books that they're carrying in their hands, like that is an additional. Because some of them are carrying stacks, and they walk in with that, you know, like that's wild. Wow, I never considered that. That's a crazy, yeah.
It's a little concerning. I mean, I'm not really scared about it, but it does cross my mind.
Yeah. How was have you done other events there where you had like bigger guests? Like how was that in comparison?
You know, So I think I was there one time when Jim Rugg was there, and you know, it was a good crowd. It's kind of just like steady. The guy that writes Superman and Incredible Hulk?
Philip Kennedy Johnson.
Philip Kennedy Johnson. I was there when he was there too, and also Tom Sholey. And I feel like all of those events were very, very similar. It was like a really nice, steady stream of folks. You know, very festive atmosphere. You know, great place to be. But the Evan Morgan show was something totally different. I've never experienced anything like that. It was like a just, you know, a blockbuster writer, you know, like full blown Hollywood celebrity.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy, dude. I've never seen it that packed because even when Tom Scully was there, like I just chilled with Tom Scully the whole time. Like nobody was really there. I think you came by for a bit too. You got dinner with us, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was super chill. It was like nothing practically.
Well, at a comic shop, like on a Saturday, I think it was on a Saturday. So
it was. Yeah.
If it's a Saturday and it's a non-event Saturday, like it's not Free Comic Book Day or it's not the Halloween thing, you're really not going to get a lot of foot traffic at a comic book shop on a Saturday, because all the foot traffic's on a Wednesday, when New Comic Book Day. And I think, you know, a lot of comics shop and Four Color Fantasies have been doing this too. You know, Wednesday they'll try to get the guest in, but then the window you have on Wednesday is pretty small because it's like, you know, when people get off work,
it's like 4 to 7 or 4 to 8.
4 to 7. Yeah. So I guess you could do it from like 12 to 7 because I'm sure there's like lunch comic people, you know, they will go get their comics on their lunch break, but
there is. I've been there like when I'm just like trying to like BS at work. I'm gonna go buy 4-color and do stuff. And turns out like there's like a crowd, and I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah, one of my comic shops has regular events on like 12 to 2, and I'm like, who is going?
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like, that's what trips me out because even when 4-color does it, I'm like, dang, I wish I could have swung over there, but it was like on a weird. Wednesdays are kind of rough for me. And the one day I'm free are Thursdays. The one day they're closed.
Yeah, I was the same way. I think their last Wednesday one I had really wanted to go because a bunch of people from Oni were there, and
nice.
You know, I wanted to talk to people and learn and whatever. You know, mentioned that
I missed out on that. Yeah,
and I was so tired, I couldn't do it. I was like, I can't try and like, you know, be on point tonight. I had no energy. I had no social energy left.
I feel that.
You know, it's like you're so tired you don't even care that you made a book. You're just kind of like, I made a book. Who cares? I
totally get that. Yeah, you're just like, please just read it. Like, you'll enjoy it. I swear I put a lot of effort into this. You know what like upsets me is like, you know, the first book we did was a punk anthology, and it's like a Rancid Homage cover, and like I'll see like punk kids and whatnot around, and then I'll be like, yo, and then I'm like, you'll love this, and they're just like, cool, and I'm just like, you whatever, all right, like this was
dude,
I'm on your side. I was like, you're the poser, really, like you're don't even.
You know what I think it is, Brandon? I think it's that like the punk kids have to like feel like they have to be too cool for whatever.
Yeah.
You know? They only want the weird thing that they discover themselves. And so if you go up and hand them something that's cool, they don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah.
And then some of that carries into like the 30-year-olds that are still like wearing patch jackets and like listening to Black Flag. It's the same.
Sick burn.
Yeah, it's pretty true.
I guess I have to burn my jacket.
I have patch jackets. I love it, but it's the certain kind of person. You know?
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, no, I mean, I have patches on my stuff and shit, but like, it's like, dude, like we made something, like that's what you should be. You're all supposed to be DIY and supportive and community. Like this is not all of them are like that. Granted, for sure, this is like a handful out of the community of the group. Like we get some good love and support, but it's always the ones that you're like, I feel like you are my prime demographic target, and you like this book should be in your hands. Like I'm trying to do you a favor, dude. Like, I'm trying to help you look cool, if anything, by getting you to buy this book.
Yeah.
And they're like,
You wanna-
nope.
You want to be more punk and legit? Like this is how you do it. Like this is it. T'Challa, dude, you can't push me off the chair anymore. I can't get another chair. My guy. Yeah, I'm scooting you over. Fucker, dude. But
Well, how about those underground artists that in the 60s and early 70s that tried to sell their stuff on the corner and had a table out and, you know.
Now you get stopped by the cops if you do that.
yeah, straight up though, that's sad. Like that's the rough part. They'll ask you if you have a license or like a permit, a vendor permit.
Otherwise, it's soliciting. Yeah.
Yeah. I had some guy at the walking mall here in Winchester. He just like makes balloons for people randomly. Like he doesn't even something. I don't know if he charges or not, but I don't know. Maybe you've seen the pops, but like
I have not
like,
seen the balloons.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he just like does it for kids and hangs out and just makes some balloons for people and shit. And somebody got mad at him, being like, "Hey, like you need a permit if you're going to be doing this." He's like, "I'm just making balloons for people. Like I'm literally just like, do you want a balloon, officer? And, like, that make your day better." And, they kicked him out of the thing. Like this broke my heart, man. His dreams are crushed.
Yeah, someone needed a hug when they were a kid.
Yeah, dude. Like that's Oscar, this was your time to reclaim that moment of your childhood and get that balloon. You know what I mean? Like you were given an opportunity, and you just broke your inner child's heart. Like that trauma you had, you just amplified it by not taking that balloon. Dude, what if he did take the balloon and the officer just like broke down and started crying? You know, like that would have been beautiful. Like I would have.
I feel like that's a good comic short right there. Like someone needs to draw that.
Yeah,
What was
somebody.
What was the Punisher character in The Tick? And the Tick is like, guns have no place in superheroing, and then he starts crying and say, "Mom, why didn't you love me?"
Oh my gosh. I don't remember that character. I gotta look that up. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Was he in the show or was he like in a comic?
I don't know if he was in the comic. Yeah, but he was. It was like the first episode of the animated series.
Oh shit.
Way back, yeah.
Okay, no, yeah, all right. That's some flashbacks. That takes some. Dude, all the Tick TV shows have been great.
Yeah, and like so different. Like it's so.
Yeah.
So much. Big Shot was the name of the character. He has
Big
like
Shot.
he has like a literal trunk full of guns on his back.
He later became peacekeeper.
Yeah.
Dude, he almost is like Bane big too,
Yeah.
which is amazing.
Yeah, he shows up and he does indeed go to therapy. He shows up in like a later episode wearing a turtleneck and like trying to get everybody to hug it out.
It's amazing. Dude, there was, man, and this is going to be so vague, but maybe even someone in the chat could let me know. But there was a show, and I believe it was live action, but like it was like superheroes going to therapy and them all having like breakdowns and whatnot. And it was hilarious. You had like your Batman character and all this, like, and they're all just like going to therapy and like sitting in the therapist chair and like talking and whatnot. But I've never been able to find it again. Like it's one of those things that was around when there was like, what was Dropout before, when it was like Funny or Die and stuff like that? Was
College Humor.
Yeah, College Humor and stuff like that, and like those early 2000 like web series. It was one of those. But There was also like kind of around the same time that one Bryan Cranston superhero show that was out, Super Mansion, I think it was called.
Oh,
It was claymation, I think.
Mm,
God, yeah. I forgot about that.
that's more MTV era.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Super Mansion. That's what it was. Yeah, dude. That show was hilarious, dude. Like, would you go down like These are all shows that would just drive my girlfriend crazy if I was like, "You want to binge this?" Like, so Devin, being a writer, like, and also like, I am a writer that does too much. Like, do you feel do you focus on too many series? Like, how many books do you have in production that keep you sane?
Yeah, right now I've got. Well, yeah, they always say, you have to be writing something, pitching something, and like promoting something. I think that's the.
Yeah.
I've got. I usually have like 2 of those just because I've got like the day job and family obligations and whatnot. Right now I've got 2 series that I'm pitching. I've got one new project, just an 8-page, one and done. That the artist is getting me thumbnails. And yeah, I'll probably start working on something else. One, I'm kind of focusing on the 2 series that I'm pitching right now: the Blackout and then the Passion of Saint Alban of the West, the horror
Ooh.
western. And once I get those, I guess exhausted, you could say, maybe I'll move on to something else. But I kind of want, because I've got plenty of ideas. There's my first time at San Diego for the artist writer meetup thing they had. I just had like a full sheet of a bulleted list of ideas. Just, hey, do any of these interest you? Let's work on it together.
Oh yeah. Do you try to focus on like one series, at least like write it all, and then be like, okay, I can move on to the next one?
Oh no, then I'll never get to work on another thing.
There you go.
Yeah,
I kind of did that. I opened too many cans, I'm just like drowning. But I'm like, all right, we're gonna make this work, aren't we?
and I've had things that didn't work out. Like I get to the outline stage, or I get to the scripting stage, and then the artist has other obligations, or the publisher that we plan to pitch to goes under, and they just have to be like, okay, well, this is shelved for now. What else is there to work on, or what else looks good. And the 2 that I'm working on, it almost started by accident too. Like the public domain series Blackout, that started because of a 1-page comic that I posted to a group on Medium that I belong to. Great group of people called the Comic Jam. But I'd been wanting to do something. Yeah,
I'm in their Discord.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had.
I gotta do more with them, dude. That's the Comic Jam is a great thing. I wish I could get them more. Yeah, dude. Honestly, especially because I'm drawing, I could probably do something with them more. That would be helpful. But like, I tried to do a strip with someone on there like 2-3 years ago, and then like they never did it, and I was like, well, I'll just eventually come back, and I never went back. But I need to. They're great people that run it. Casey's great. Casey works on Bigfoot Knows Karate with Dan Price.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, but they had a public domain superhero theme one week, and because I already knew that I had Blackout like locked and loaded in the back of my brain, so I liked that 1 page so much that that turned into a 4-page comic, which turned into this pitch for a full issue, and I've got a 4-issue miniseries that I'm hoping to pitch to a publisher. And then same thing with the horror western. It was an idea that was just in the back of my head for decades at this point. And
Are you a Western fan?
I am. Yeah. I recognize, all the flaws of it too, though. Yeah, I have
Oh,
a friend
really?
who's watching Bonanza right now because of the. Anybody listen to the podcast Bananas for Bonanza or whatever the name of it is? But so
No,
he's
I haven't. No, that's a good throw into though.
it's every once in a while he'll like text me because he's watching an episode and like, oh, here comes a female character who's turns out to be a long lost best friend. Oh, she's doomed.
Oh, stop.
And their clothes are always clean.
Yeah.
Sounds about
That's
right.
when you go for the Clint Eastwood movies where he all his clothes were dirty. You never
Yeah.
seen him wash them. And
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah,
epic.
that's actually
love that.
I gave my artist David Escobar the just a bunch of Clint Eastwood references, like just the Man with No Name trilogy, Unforgiven. Like those are some of my favorites.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah, dude. I consider myself a Western fan because Tombstone and Red Dead. So that's where I'm at. Dude,
then
Tombstone is
everybody
like the
loved the
dopest.
John Wayne westerns, huh?
Dude, that was my grandpa. Like my grandpa is a huge John Wayne fan. Like so much that my grandma would be like, "I don't want no more John Wayne in this house. I'm so sick of it." Yeah, dude, it's funny. Yeah, I grew up on John Wayne, man. All of it, which is crazy. Yeah, he was an OG, and then you realize, yeah, and you just get like, all right, well, that was part of the times. I get it.
Yeah.
Just, like, that was a great assault. Like,
And that's probably why I like the horror aspect of it, because you gotta take that the problematic aspects of it, because like half of them, the main character is a former Confederate soldier or something, and you have to really kind of reckon with that.
yeah, right. Yeah, you're like, you're there's some elements here we shouldn't like before,
Trust me, I watch it all the time when I'm down in Baltimore with my pops. I'm like, Dad, what is it? He's like, yeah, that's the time, son. I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah, man, it's one of those things. Like, I mean, I think a Tombstone is like, I mean, like a favorite of mine. Like, I could always watch Tombstone. That was the like
Great
Western
movie.
movie that made me think that Westerns are cool. That was, I saw it when I was really young, before like Dirty Harry and all that other stuff. Like, but like or Clint Eastwood movies in general. But like Tombstone was shit, dude. Val Kilmer killed it in that movie.
So-
Like, you can't have a core character.
Doc Holliday.
Dude, I quote him so much from that movie too. That's like, there's literally, I'll just like send messages to my girlfriend and I'll just like, I'll be your Huckleberry. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's-
I've heard that.
I didn't know you was about to say
I've had
that.
whole. I hear
what was
somebody
that,
say
dude?
that, I'm like, oh, I can have a conversation with you.
We did that to some. I think it was at Baltimore Comic Con, and like Lex always goes to Baltimore with me. And somebody came up, and I was like, "Look, darling, it's Johnny Ringo." And it's just like only her and I got it. And it was like the best, like inside joke. And it was like some person I didn't like. I wasn't like a fan of him. So if I ever call somebody Johnny Ringo in front of you, I'm like, so I'm not a fan of this person. And if you're somebody I've called Johnny Ringo, I'm sorry I've revealed that. Like,
Like they're sitting somewhere like, you know what? I was that guy.
yeah, right. Wait a minute, like. But and then, dude, I went like hard on Red Dead Redemption. I went so hard that like I finished the game and I was like, I kind of want to replay it to do it better. Like that's how into it I got. And I'm not a video game person at all. It's hard, dude. It takes a lot for me to be into a video game. Like I love Halo, but it's hard for me to replay some of those games now. I'll play any Star Wars game, for sure. But it's typically like superhero games I'll play for sure. I mean, naturally, I guess in Star Wars. But like there will be a game like if I could, I try to get myself like into a long video game like Skyrim or Fallout because it gives me a break from other stuff. Like it makes me sit down and not do anything. And sometimes that's needed and good, you know? Like there's like a balance to it for sure. But I try to treat myself to be like, you know what, I'm gonna have one day this month where I just play video games and relax. And it helps me out. Like it helps me like it's kind of like when I go to the gym, it helps me not think of other stuff. So it's just like I'm so focused.
You're just regulating like a human, Brandon. It's okay.
Yeah, I guess that's it. I just don't know how to process that like in a natural way.
Yeah, dude. I decided like screw it. Like I'm playing video games pretty much every night with my friends. You know, it's like 2 hour. It's like I do my day job. I try to get in about 2 hours of like comic work and then 2 hours of gaming time.
Nice. Yeah, that's ideal. That's great.
Yeah, dude. It's kind of lit.
No, that's amazing. I wish my entire productivity is just that slim period of time between my day job ending and my husband's day job ending, and somehow I got fit dinner in between.
Dude, I mean, I drop off Flex like at 7:30, and she doesn't get off until like a little after 5. So, you know, we try to fit stuff in. Like we try to gym like twice out of the weekdays because I do shows in the evening, so it's kind of hard every night. But like you're just like, man, we got to fit in dinner, and sometimes you just want to talk and catch up. And then you're like, it's 8, and then by the time it's 9, like me and Lex are like heading upstairs to get ready for bed. Like or she's asleep by 9:30, and I'm out by 10. That's why I don't do late night podcasts anymore. I can't. Like I physically can't. Like this show goes late for me. Well, what's your nightly routine, Devin? Once you guys get home, or do you guys both get home at the same time? And like, how do you fit in creative work into all that?
Yeah, it's just strictly, you know, I usually try to like, you know, after my day job ends, try and touch grass, you know, get some exercise in, you know, rest my eyes, because otherwise it's just 12 straight hours of staring at a screen, and I can't.
I feel that.
Yeah. But I work 9 to 5. My husband works evenings, so he's usually home by like 10, 11 o'clock. So
you have like a brief like time before one of you is asleep at that point. Yeah, I feel that. And yeah, trying to fit in like some form of like exercise as you get older, it's just more needed.
Oh, tell me about it. I'm looking at my exercise bike right now. I don't think I've been on in weeks.
I feel that. We get consistent in the gym, and then life starts to happen, and then we're inconsistent for a bit, and it's always like, damn, dude, like. And then you think about how much it's gonna hurt when you go back, and you just. We're doing better. But yeah, just finding that time to like be creative and also find time for your spouse or anyone else in your life, like or anything else in your life, it kind of gets rough sometimes.
Oh yeah, and I have to get like special, I mean, not like, it's not like I'm asking permission to go to cons or anything, but it's tough because our work schedules are so opposite. So the only times we ever really have together is Sunday and Monday nights.
Oh, okay.
And so, going to cons, that cuts Sunday out of the picture altogether.
Yeah, no, hands down. Yeah, that gets rough too. I mean, I'm glad I'm only stealing you for an hour this coming Monday night. Then.
Hey, I'm working on. Yeah.
But yeah, I get that. That's why, trying to figure out how to like now when I draw, I have a whole drawing set up downstairs, so like we could at least like hang out and watch TV at the same time, and I could still kind of get some drawing in. I'm not nearly as productive as if I was like focused, but at least it's still happening in that sense, you know.
And nobody is, I think. Just
Yeah.
yeah. Even the most productive people I know, they're like, "Oh man, I wish I got more done."
Yeah, that's another thing too. Is like work what's best for your speed, and you try not to be too hard on yourself, which is a hard thing to accept and do, but it is the right
you
thing to do.
give yourself grace. Make sure you don't burn out. That's what's most important. 'Cause you
Dude,
can't
Max
make
and I had a
comics if you're-
lot of
yeah.
conversations on that. Like, I think all of last year, him and I were trying not to like hit that burnout phase, and we'd hit it, and then we'd have to like vent out, and then we'd calm down, and then hit it, and then vent out. And then it was just like a cycle. Like it was just. But that's why we have like community and friends and whatnot too. You know, like.
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely agree on that.
I mean, Reece, you had to like run like 2 campaigns last year and like kind of be like, all right, I can't let this first one get me down. I got to just figure it out and move on. Like, and that takes a lot of the gut, dude. Like that's a lot of, that's rough. It's hard because it's just.
Well, I had a great team, man. You guys are the greatest. Working with you guys and my fans, and especially my son. Because he was like, "So you gonna put out a book and just stop?" And I was like, "No, we don't stop. We don't quit. We're not the sugar cover." Like I had to go in my whole Rocky 4 montage.
Dude, yeah.
I definitely had to get back on the saddle and just like, you know what, I gotta lock in. And look, man, I had so much success. I didn't expect that was gonna happen at the end of the year. So that was really cool.
Yeah, it all paid off, you know what I mean? And that's the thing. Sometimes it's not really fail. I think some people look at things as like, this was a failure. When it's like, nah, you just had to like learn a lesson and do it better.
Yep.
It's like drawing. Like you're not going to be great at it right away. You got to you're only going to get good by just being like, all right, I'm going to try it. That sucked. I got to try that again. And that's with like writing too, dude. I figured out. I mean, I went and I found some old writings of mine recently, and I was like, maybe I could do something with them. And I was like, no, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, that is one of the things that I'm grateful that I've kind of broken into comics later in life. Published my first comic at 45, and just keep going. I've got a vast storehouse of ideas that I can just draw from. I don't have to worry about. I don't have to worry about like falling prey to any kind of like hustle culture nonsense or, I need this to be like the best it could ever possibly be. Like I've been working on things and I know what works and what doesn't, or I have a better idea anyway than I did when I was, like scribbling in high school, trying to just emulate my heroes.
Yeah. I can tell that was a lot of what I was doing. I feel that. I was really trying to be Alan Moore and Lovecraft and Morrison all at once.
Yeah.
And you could fucking tell, dude. Like, yeah, honestly, that's the thing too. Like you gotta live life to tell some stories too. Like you gotta. That's nothing negative at all. It's actually probably better. You're probably gonna have a more elevated and thoughtful. And I've always considered. I got this from Brian McDonald, who you should check out that interview. You should watch that interview and look into Brian McDonald as a writer, especially because he is just the master of storytelling, and that's where I get everything from. And he's a great teacher. But check out his podcast and check out like the interview I did with him. That was a dream come true. But figuring out, I don't know what the fuck I was talking about because I was praising my Brian McDonald now. Stories. Stories are survival information, and in every sense, like in like not just so much of life and death survival, but like you're learning lessons. You're learning, someone's teaching you something through their experience. So it's all like things that you could call upon when you're in certain situations or distress or emotional states. And it doesn't matter, happy, sad, angry, whatever. But like all stories are survival information. Like I'm passing on this lesson to you, and the best stories come off that way. But yeah, no, I you would love the Brian McDonald stuff. I think it'll really encourage you.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, what did I do, Pasadena? So like even today, dude, I was terrified to like work on like faces. I'm it's probably like one of my weakest or things I've practiced the least. And especially doing pencils on air, I was like really scared, but this isn't coming out too bad. I'm kind of happy with it so far. Just taking those risks and being like, this might suck.
Has anybody ever did that mirror technique where you make expressions and you try to draw your face?
Yes.
Like those animators used to do?
Yes. That's actually where I got it from. I used to have because I went to UNC Chapel Hill, and I had a professor that was his main go-to. Like he's like, you want to learn how to draw faces, make them yourself. And we would sit there and draw, like, you sit with a classmate and they just making faces, and that's how you would learn how to, like, make like expressions and show emotion. So I do a lot of that now with Nate. I try to show him as much as possible. Like, hey, listen, this is the old school way. You want to learn how to really do the trick or trade, but it works. That freaking works, though.
Yeah, I wanted Jade with Louder was telling me that he's like I had an assignment where the whole assignment was for 30 days. You wake up and you take a picture of yourself, and then you draw yourself for 20 minutes. Like that's what you study is your face, and you would just draw yourself over and over for 30 days or 90 days or something like that. Something insane.
That's what Jason does. Jason Sean Alexander too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if he needs reference, he'll just pick up his iPad, take a photo, and go to town.
Yeah, I love seeing that when I see artists do that. Like I do that with poses, dude. I'll have like Lex and I like stand in a pose. A lot of Stone Wars was like me and Lex posing and just figuring out movements. Ooh. Where that wound up?
I think that's the fun part of it. Yeah, launching back on stories being lessons. With my book, Boot Ridge, that's how that actually came about. A good buddy of mine who's always on my pages, Sports Bros Podcast, Eddie Cool, host and head of creative there, is a good friend of mine. Like we've known each other since high school, and Boot Ridge is just a comical version of everything we used to get into as we were younger. Me, him, my buddy Eddie, B Live, my buddy JR, Big Cap, a lot of my friends growing up in the Carolinas, we were every day was a different adventure with us. You never had the same thing happen twice. And it was like, dude, what are you doing today? I don't know. But last night was crazy. And like I would tell people the stories, like traveling all over places and learning and meeting different people. I tell people the stories of me and my friends, and they're like, "You should make this into a movie or a book or something." So one day we were just sitting there on his porch, just hanging out. And I think it's just before I moved to New York, and we were just laughing about just some events that had happened that summer. And I sat there, I was like, "Man, if I ever get a chance, I'm gonna make all our adventures into a book." So I tried it a few years ago. It kind of didn't work out, and like I actually ran across like some old sketches, and I was sitting here just showing my son, and we were going through the stories, and he's like, "All these stories sound really cool." He's like, "You should put them in a book." I was like, "Well, I'm glad you said that." So we started revamping, and now we're going to have this year the comical version, my first comedy book coming out, Boot Ridge. And it's going to be insane.
You mean you guys didn't want to go out and search for that body you heard about by Stand By Me?
Definitely. We did that, and then that's how we came up with it. Oh man.
That's kind of like where Teenage Babylon came from. Was like I just like try to think of all my old friends from like my band days, and like I mixed them into characters and whatnot. So all of them are kind of a blend of 2 or 3 people at once. Like Durf, there's a character named Durf, and that was our vocalist name. Jamie was like a good friend of ours from down the street, and she used to play in different bands, and she was really cool and worked at Guitar Center. This guy Frank, he was like our roadie and just always hung out with us. And Kyle was like the party guy. But they're all in Teenage Babylon in different ways. And I don't even talk to a lot of them anymore, or at all, really, any of them. Come to think of it, I don't even know where Durf is at anymore. But it's cool being able to reminisce on like those really good times and like those adventures of being really young and just doing wild stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hope you guys really like the story called. I got one story called Blind Date Surprise, and it's about Ed. He goes on this blind date, and I remember. I don't know if he wants me to tell this, but I'll tell it anyway. It was like the craziest thing because the blind date had. You guys remember like when you used to, instead of having the I'm gonna tell my age here, but instead of having like all these apps and stuff, you would actually make a phone call and people would leave their voice on it and they would tell you how like. Remember those? So Ed goes on one of these phone call things or whatever, and he winds up getting with a girl. Start talking to her. So you remember back then you didn't have pictures. You just had the phone call. You just had their voice and a possible Erickson text.
I just watched Friday last night, and it was like, "What you mean like Janet Jackson? Say no, Janet Jackson."
Oh, trust me. This one, it was definitely a horror movie. Let's put it like he literally. I remember I took him to the area. I don't want to tell too much of the story, but I wound up taking him to the area. When he finally got to meet the person, they were just. I was like, oh man, yeah, better you than me. He's like, she got a friend. You know what? I like being single. No, you know what? I need to go get me a cheeseburger. You stay here. I'll be back.
Oh man,
something like that happened to me when I was 19. And I was talking to somebody. It was dark, and she had a great voice. Couldn't see her face. I decided to walk her home. The minute she hit that street lamp and I saw her face, I was like, oh. She goes, what's the matter? I said, I got to go back to my friend's house. I got to go to the bathroom.
And it was still in the night.
Hey, but she had a good voice. Who would have known? It was dark out and I was drunk.
Oh god, that's amazing.
That's exactly what Ed said. She had a good voice. It might have been the same girl. Oh man,
that's great. That's so great.
Diabolical. We're getting canceled for sure. Oh man. Yeah, man.
That's amazing.
And she smelled like baby powder. I was like, wow, baby powder.
Oh my gosh. Run.
That's so funny. Dude, yeah, that's so funny. I was watching Friday last night, and that's like the exact same thing. I love that movie. So good. Man, that's epic. I forgot how we got onto that too. I was trying to like think of where
lived experience. I think.
Yeah.
Flashback.
We're talking about horror movies. Yeah, horror movies popped up. And T'Challa, dude, you are just not. I can't fit anymore, dude. Just move your legs.
I don't know how you cat people do it.
Dude, I don't know either, man. I have 3 of them now, and I came into
It's
this
dogs too, man. It's dogs too. Let me tell you.
Spock was needy like that too. It was really cute. What is this? Whoa, iPhone. I hate my phone. Did I don't know what. There's a new iOS that's recent, but I haven't adapted to all the new stuff on any of my iOS devices. I know I'm aging because I can't keep up with technology now. I'm just I get it.
Yeah. It's just this new update Apple's done sucks. I don't like it. I don't like it. No. It's if I zoom out and I'm used to at the top of my pad, I can just zoom out. And now when you touch the top, it does that little small screen, and then you have to touch the button again. Yo, what are we doing here? No.
Dude, that's what happened to me I think earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. And when you're looking at the screen for 8 hours straight, your eyes are no, we're not doing this. You're gonna pick one or the other. What are we doing here?
Yeah, hands down, dude. It threw me off hardcore. But it's about that time of night where we got to start making our rounds because it does take us 10 minutes to sign off, which is beautiful. I didn't make a lot of progress, but I made some solid damn progress on what I did. I'm actually super proud of myself. So let's go around the room real fast. Let's see here. Max, man.
You gotta go on me first. Hold on.
Oh, do you want me to wait? Oh, I can go around. That's
cool. I can just zoom out. Hold on. I just have to climb up on my chair to do it.
Holy crap.
Yeah. So this guy's taken on a radical transformation in the last 2.5 hours. Just throwing that water in there in that background. So yeah, now I'm on to gray wash, and we'll see where it goes. I got 3 shades of gray to do.
Oh, okay. So we'll see how that progresses, man. Dude, that is sick. You think you'll be working on it next week too?
Maybe. I got an OKC meeting after this, so I'm gonna just keep hustling along on the gray wash, and I don't know. It might be gone, and I might be on to something new next week.
Nice. Well, let me know what you might be working on so I can make some titles for the next 2 weeks.
All right, sounds good.
Because I forgot I'm not going to be on the next 2 weeks.
Oh shit, you're not going to be on next week?
No, I won't. I'm seeing Thursday. Next Thursday.
You have people locked in for it?
Oh, everyone's all locked. You have a great cast next. I'm really upset. I'm missing next week. I'm not gonna lie. We have Anton Hobbs, Chris Mendoza, and Austin, American Demon Comics, coming on. So you have you have a packed night of cool people.
Sweet.
Anton's amazing. I miss him.
I'm gonna do my plugs.
Do your plugs.
Yeah, go buy a copy of Gag. It's like $5. And it's super cool. It's 60 pages of offset printed comic interviews and community contributions. There's cool comics in there from Life on Saturn. There's our homeboy Pens and Pedals in here. And then I hand assemble all of these and ship them out myself. But these are really cool, so go pick that up. And Bubbles is available to read for free on my website at artofmf.com. Queer neon horror stuff, really fun. It's the first full issue I ever did, and if you love it, go pick up one of the last remaining of the first printing of it. I only have a few of these left, so if you love it,
crazy,
go pick up a physical one.
Because you got a lot of those printed too.
Yeah, I did.
That's amazing. Hell yeah, Max. Any other shout outs?
Nah.
Yeah. All right, cool. Devin, let's get you. Oh, dude, see, it's crazy. So this new update, this has been messing with me all night. I'm trying to find my cursor, but because I have my MacBook open, it's my cursor goes to my iPad, and I didn't know it was doing that. So I was searching for it. I have a screen that's centered. So I was looking at my 2 screens. I was where's my mouse? But it was on my iPad, and it was just insane. Devin, why don't you tell us?
Share my screen or something to show what I'm working on. It's just a wall. It's just a script, but yeah. It won't even let me do that much. Yeah, I guess plug in my stuff. The Dreamlands anthology by Warden Comics. I've got a 6-page horror western comic in that. The campaign is fully funded, but has a couple of days left. And you can always check out. I've got my comics up on comics.one, and I've got a newsletter on Substack.
Yeah, newsletter's great too. I'm super excited to talk Monday night. Devin will be on Inspired Ink. We'll be talking a lot about craft and writing and your journey and everything too. So I'm super excited.
Yeah.
We had this like pre-game
forward to
warm up before the interview. Yeah, it'll be cozier. Sometimes I try to make interviews as comfortable as possible. But it's one of those things when you get to like know the person just even for a few minutes, it's a lot easier. So we're not like figuring each other out on air. That's what the first 20 minutes of every interview is like, all right, we got to find our rhythm. But dude, hyped to talk Monday night. Thank you so much for your time and hanging out with us. And congrats on getting your story in that anthology. It's cool stuff.
Thanks so much. Yeah, sorry that I couldn't be more present, but thanks for having me on.
You were being a writer on the artist show. I think it was perfect. I think it was absolutely perfect. And you've done something no one else has done. So I encourage any writers to try to do this. So yeah, bring it on, people. So good job, Devin. I love it. Mark, let's see what you worked on tonight, dude. You're working on that cover too, huh?
Yeah. I've progressed a lot. So
yeah, you got some stuff on there, dude. You were just starting the font, I think, when we started. Cool stuff. How much of those mounds do you have left over?
About 3 pieces.
Very good point. Yeah, it'll get you through the night. Anything you want to plug? Any other announcements you want to do?
No. Except that my two comics are on Comix One. So
love it. And again, happy birthday. Thank you so much for hanging out with us last week and this week, man. It's been awesome having you on so much. Always good
thank you for the book review.
Of course. Yeah, no, definitely. And congrats on finishing volume 3 of Frankie. So I'm excited. We'll be seeing that soon. Super hyped. But thank you again always for joining us, Mark.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. And Reece, dude, it looks like you're doing a Sam Keith little homage.
Yeah.
I told you guys. So, all right. So let's see how we look. And this is my tribute to Sam Keith. I definitely tried to go all in and all out for him. Like I said, this is one of my more. It is fun doing this, and it's like seeing all his work back in the day. Like I said, working with the Max, working with Doctor Strange, Ghost Rider, Wolverine, and then when he transitioned over to Image Comics, man, was always like one of my coolest things I'm always watching. And then when he got the transition over to MTV, where MTV did that little stunt where they had the Max on TV, which was awesome series.
Yeah.
For those who haven't seen it, old school, definitely go watch. That's a must see. So so this is it. So I can't wait to start coloring this bad boy.
Dude, that's sick. You got to post that. I'd love to share it. I want to see what it looks like when you're done.
Heck yeah. I definitely got you.
And Hobbs, my dude. Oh, go for it. My bad. I didn't know you had more.
No, go ahead. No, that's it. Go ahead.
Hobbs, my dude, you made some progress. You did make some progress.
Yeah, I got another head. Almost. I couldn't finish his teeth or his barf, but it's it's coming along. I think this will be up for auction on Sunday with a bunch of other really cool stuff from different creators, sketch covers of different comic books and 4-color fantasies. You can follow them on Instagram and Facebook, and you can bid on those auctions there. And
I have a cover there this year.
What's that?
I have a cover there this year too. I'm super excited.
Oh, there you go. And I think they said they have over 100.
like over 150. I think there's a lot of stuff you
wow.
can get there.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And if you're in Culpeper this weekend, I'll be in Culpeper. Culpeper Con. And I forgot, next month I'm doing Raven Con, which is it's like a literature convention in Richmond.
Oh wow.
So I guess I'll talk more about that next time I'm on. But yeah, I forgot that I'm doing that. It's the first time I'm doing it, so I have no idea what to expect. But and I publish a comic called Fuzz Bouquet, and I'm going to get back to work on that at some point soon, I hope. In fact, if I'm on next week, then I'll probably be working on this again. So
Love it.
there you go. That's what I'm up to.
We will always accept your presence. Super hype, man. Thank you so much, Hobbs. Love it so
Yeah,
much.
thank you so much.
And then I got to knock out. So I'm working on this homage cover to the Scream cover right here.
Yeah.
So it's going to be for the lesser known comics free comic book day book. And so we're going to have, I'm putting characters that are inside the book. So I put like 2 of Jade's characters. I'm working on a character that Max and I are making. And we'll have the monster on another side. I don't know why it looks so, I wonder if it's like my brightness that makes it look weird. But, oh, there we go. That might help it out. Whatever. So I did those, and I'm not good at faces, so I'm really happy with how these are turning out so far. So these are like the first faces I've really taken attempt to. So I'm excited. And I kind of laid out the page and kind of worked on this hand a little bit. So I'm hyped. I made some more progress than I thought I was going to, and I have more confidence knocking out these other faces now. So that's great. But other than that, I won't be here the next 2 weeks. 1 week I'm seeing next Thursday, and they're my favorite band, so I'm not giving that up. And then the following week I'll be in Detroit at the CWS offices with Mark Bernal, talking about some cool stuff with him and Dan, the CEO, and we have some cool meetings setting up. So I'll be traveling for the next 2 weeks pretty much. So Max Flowers here will be hosting. And he has a great cast. Next week we have Anton Hobbs, Chris Mendoza, and Austin Light. Chris just launched the campaign as well, so that's pretty sweet. And then the following week, it looks like we got Chris Mendoza, Seth Abnir. Dude, Seth is amazing. I love Seth. Carl Bourne and Eric Allred will be on for a bit, but he's also seeing a show that night, so I think he's going to dip early. But you'll have a great cast for the next 2 weeks to Spilled Ink. And we're sending out some... Actually, probably by the next time I'm back, Max and I will have the new Blue Line paper from CWS, which will be exciting, and some more announcements on other stuff. But I think that's all I got. I'll be with Devin Monday night for Inspired Ink, and then I'll be announcing the April guests as I get a few things locked in. I'm waiting on just some final responses from the Zelda Awards people. We'll definitely have Chris Mendoza and Long Box Punk on in April. Somebody from Homebrewed Comics. And our dude that we were just talking about that I'm spacing out right now. Max, what's the guy?
Jason?
Yeah, Jason Son Alexander will be on in probably in April. As well. There we go.
I love that you're like Max. It's your dude. It's your dude. And I'm like,
I needed like a hint to like get that name in my head. Once you said Jason, I was like, bam, love it. Yeah, so we have a pretty great April ahead of us, and I'll be talking about May coming up pretty soon too, which will be exciting. But I need to get this cover done by Sunday so I can give it to Max to color. So I'm gonna make some food and draw more. So you all have a good night, and thank you all for joining us.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you, guys. Have a great night, everyone.
y'all.